So I broke my phone mount and I had to buy a cheap 7-Eleven style phone mount. It's not nearly as good. My other one was pretty high quality, but I guess I was too strong. I was trying to trying to adjust it. It didn't work. So I wanted to talk a little bit about heart. What it is, whatever it is that the heart is versus whatever it is that the thinking mind is, because those seem to be the two opposing forces, even though they shouldn't be opposing. It seems like those are the ones that are always vying for attention in us. It's always the heart versus the logic. The typical the stereotypical association is the heart or slash feelings is with the women, and the cold logic is with men and their war minds. But to me, heart is something that we've all neglected, and especially in the time that we live in right now, the era, we don't give the heart feeling or the empathy feeling. And it's not just because we don't want to, it's because it's discouraged in society to actually have heart and to actually connect with one another. It's being discouraged. And so in order to get that heart energy, that love energy that we need, we have to actively put it out in order to receive it back. And we have to kind of push against the resistance to that energy, because there is resistance to it. And as guys, there's resistance to showing feelings, which is ridiculous, but there is resistance to that. And as women, there's resistance to showing feelings as women too. We've all been put into a sort of dumbed down. Everything has been brought down. EQ, IQ, everything the standard has been brought down. And I don't know if a lot of people even notice it. I've noticed it from the beginning. Ever since I've been here, I've noticed that. Maybe not necessarily from the beginning, but I've always noticed. I mean, there's always been a big disparity between what I feel inside in how things could and should be, versus when I look outside or when I actually interact with people, what actually happens. There's a very big disparity, and it's growing right now. It's not getting better, it's growing. But the heart feeling, the heart capacity that we have as humans is much more powerful than the mind capacity. The mind capacity fails at a certain point, and you have to do what's called trust your gut, trust your feelings, trust your heart. Have you ever heard somebody say trust your thoughts, trust your mind? No. That's not how the saying goes. It's trust your heart. Trust your gut feeling, heart feeling, instincts. These are all not mind things. The thinking mind can't even comprehend what the heart is, even though as souls we experience both essences. The thinking mind has basically taken everybody else hostage and tried to tell everyone else to stop functioning at all. If the mind had its way, the other functions, the other centers of the body, or feeling capacities or interactive capacities of the human body would not be active at all. And it would just be thinking only. Everyone would be Spock. And there would be no... Yeah. That's how the mind would like it. And that wouldn't be good. Might be good for some people, for some beings, but for the human, for the integrated human, for the fully integrated human, which doesn't exist around here, that would be bad. So because the heart can't lie, the feelings can't lie, the mind can. So since we're living in deceit, we're living in a lot of pretense in this realm. That's why mind is encouraged, because the mind is fickle and scared of everything, and it can lie, and it needs to explain everything in our inadequate language. So like Joey and I were talking about in the previous video, you can't lie with your heart. You can't lie with your feelings. If you love somebody, you just love them, and that's that. And if you hate somebody, the same thing. You hate them. And whatever you're feeling is what you're feeling. There's no interpretation of the feeling. The feeling is a direct experience. Period. You can apply words over the top of it later on, even during it you can, but the actual feeling is exactly what it is, and it exists without mind getting involved at all, and it's much more powerful. And it's a higher, more refined essence of us than mind is. I wouldn't actually say higher, more refined. It's more powerful. Mind probably can be more refined than the heart, but I don't know. That's probably my mind saying that right there. I've been residing in mind for quite a while, and it's a bully. It doesn't like to let the heart in. The mind likes to be miserable. It likes to be divided. It likes to be it likes division. It likes it likes everything broken down and put in little boxes, and things stay like they ought to stay. And that's what it does. And it's a tyrant. So if you did nothing else, as far as what are your goals in your own personal life, if you did nothing else but tell yourself, I'm going to do my very best to have heart in everything that I do, and ask my heart what I ought to be doing, and look at the heart in other people, look at that powerful feeling core that can't lie in other people, and communicate directly with that instead of communicating with the thinking mind, the one that can be deceived and the one that can deceive. That would be my advice to anybody who's struggling with what the hell's going on here, as I am. But that's what it's about. It's about the heart, empathy, and compassion, and that's what actually connects us as humans. It's not about the mind. So yeah, that's 10 minutes. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.